I was getting ready to do my typical one and done eyeshadow look and head out the door, and I realized I really need to film this for you guys. I think I have once a long time ago, but it's so easy and quick. And I know a lot of you are looking for this type of eye tutorial, so I wanted to give that to you today. So actually for this, I'm giving you a liquid option on this side and a powder option on this side, and I am using bronzer in the transition. You don't have to do that. I like to do that because if you have hooded eyes or moderately hooded eyes, it does help lift the eye a little bit and create a shadow where that hood looks so heavy. But it is optional, and this look does give you a nice impact if you just want something quick, something easy, but polished looking. And that's what I'm doing today. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see how I get this look very, very quickly, just keep watching. I do this with 2 brushes and 2 shadows. You can do 1 shadow, but I like to use something in my transition because it makes me look a little bit more awake. I use whatever bronzer I'm using that day. Today I'm using Marc Jacobs. Everything's gonna be listed down below for you guys. I'm gonna give you the liquid or cream option on this side and the powder option on this side. You can do it with either depending on your preference. It's quick either way. I just take a fluffy brush like the Sigma one and swirl that bronzer through my crease and up almost to the brow bone, but not quite. You can use a highlight shade later on if you want to, but I'm just creating a shadow there so that I look a little bit more awake and lifted versus having that hood just kind of resting over my eye. You can see a little bit of a difference happening already, and I'm just swirling it, and that's it. It doesn't take long at all. I like using a bronzer because I have it out, it's handy. I had to cut away for a second because I had a hair in my face. It's still floating in my face. Then I take the same brush and I pinch it and I run it along my lower lash line. And this just helps wake up the eye a little bit more, makes it look a little bit bigger, but without being obvious, like you have obvious shadow underneath your eye. And you almost can't even see it. It's almost undetectable, but it's there. And I still have that hair floating around in front of my face, but this is all you're gonna do for that. So technically you could start right there. On this side, I'm gonna use my Armani Eye Tint in Cold Copper, which is my favorite liquid shadow of all time. And on this side, I'm gonna use my Persona Identity palette, which is one of my favorite palettes. And I'm using the shade Seductive, which is very similar to this shade. I just wanna show you it can be done either way. You can use a matte shadow. You don't have to use a shimmery or sheeny shadow, but I find a taupe shade is really flattering and it gives some dimension if it does have a little bit of a sheen. And these shades in particular are flattering on so many ages and eye shapes, types, colors. They don't emphasize any lines or wrinkles or anything like that. So I am just spreading this on directly with the wand all over the lid, and I'm taking it up into the crease. I'm looking directly into my mirror so that I can see where that crease is, and I want to place it in the crease where it goes a little bit above the crease so that I can see it, especially if you have hooded eyes. You want to be sure and bring it just a little bit above that crease. Don't worry if it's messy. You do have time to work with this. And then I'm gonna pat it in a little bit with this brush and just blend it out. And I'm taking it above up to where it meets that bronzer. And I kind of just sweep it up into the corner here. And that's it. And on this side, I'm taking the shade Seductive onto my finger and patting it on. I'm kind of doing the same thing I did with the wand, but with my finger. I think I was just blocking the viewfinder. And I'm gonna pat that out and then blend it out into the crease. And kind of sweep it a little bit upwards. And again, if you have more of a hooded eye, you can sweep it pretty far up so that you can see it up onto that hood a little bit. That's really all you need to do. If you want to take a light shade and put it on your brow bone, you can, but it's optional. If you want to line your eyes, you can, but it's optional. I am going to put on a coat of mascara and come right back. So this is the look without tight lining, without using any eyeliner or anything, just curling my lashes and putting mascara on. Very quick, very polished. You can wear it for any occasion. And this is me just giving you the option of doing what I do so often, and that is just doing a quick line with a powder shadow just across the top lash line. I usually do this before I have mascara on, so it's a little bit tricky right now. But this itself takes about 20 seconds per eye because it's so quick to do with shadow, and it looks really nice and gives even more of a lift. So that's another option for you if you want to do this too. And really all I do is press an angled brush right outside that lower lash line as an extension, and then I take it and press it along my upper lash line, and then I just build that up and kind of connect that angle. And this is the look, adding a little bit of smudged shadow to line across the upper lash line and flicked out just a tiny bit. Super easy, takes about 20 seconds per eye. You have that option. You have the option of using any shade of shadow you want. It's quick, it's easy, and it's workable if you have hooded eyes and you don't want to mess with liner, but you do want to get some sort of a polished look going for your day. I would love to know if you have kind of a one and done, no fail shadow shade that you use. Leave that down below for me. I hope that this helped you a little bit if you're looking for just a quick look to get out the door. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at my next video. Bye-bye.